Hello everybody, my name is Zerodaimaru and welcome back to Crusader Kings 2. Okay, we're not really doing a lot right now, we're mostly just looking... what's this? It is most unfortunate that you happen to hold a title that all agree should rightfully be mine. In order to lift this dark cloud from our relations, I suggest adjustment. How about no? Reject diplomatically. Alrighty. So yeah, I'm not really doing, as I was saying, I'm not really doing a lot right now because I want to make sure that we are... Oh, tournament is over and it is now time to bask in the glory. So people like me better, which is definitely something handy. Start bringing the vassals' opinions back up. It's actually not too bad, though we do have a little bit of a problem here. Let's give an honorary title if we can. Give him Keeper of the Swans, and that'll make sure that he starts paying his money to me. That's really the most important thing right now, is we want to make sure the money is rolling in. That reminds me, though, I haven't really looked to see what I can do for upgrades in the last little while. Bourbon is... well, it has a couple places that could be upgraded, but money is an issue. And they're not really super important, regardless. Alright, what's going on up in France? You are incapable. Interesting. Due to advanced age, head injury, or other mental disabilities, this character is not fit for any kind of work. Incapable rulers must employ a regent. That's actually something I should maybe consider. Because that would be really bad if that happened to me. I am going to designate you as my regent. Yeah, I mean, he already likes me a lot, but this is mostly just to make sure that we don't have somebody stupid becoming the regent and making things horrible. Alright, so let's go ahead and let things carry on. Let our money recover a little bit. Well, I was considering going to war against Lothrania again. And that's still certainly a possibility. We do have a minor title, a commander title. That'll work there. Are your troops still... well, your troops have actually increased by a fair amount. Nothing to the point where they really match up against ours. I think our troops are probably maxed at this point. Yeah, we have 16,000 troops. Could maybe do something with that. But again, Lothrania has allies. They have lots of allies, which is a bit of a problem. That's one of the reasons I want to start kind of building up my own list of allies. Something we'll have to worry about in the future, though. Steward Count Leon has had some interesting ideas on how to improve the economy. So I could adopt his ideas, but would improve technology spread rate. You know what? It's only 13 gold, and the technology spread rate is actually kind of nice. So we'll let that happen, because that'll mean my vassals will build their own improvements faster, which will, you know, eventually lead to me getting more money. All for a 13 gold investment? I will take it. Alright, anything? Let's hold a summer fair, might as well. I said hold the summer fair, thank you. Mummers are singing outside the town houses while slowly moving forwards. Come in and welcome. Jaspit, my friend. Whatever. He's actually kind of stressed out. Well, as long as you can still lead troops and such, I'm okay with that. What are our chancellors and such doing? You're still sowing dissent in Paris. That doesn't seem to be working so well. Maybe we should use you for something else. Maybe improving relationships with somebody like Italy. That way there's less chance of you getting called into a war, because really... well, you'll be told to stop it. But he won't. What kind of backing does that have? Not much right now. Anyway, as I was saying, there's really, if we zoom out, he wants to duel his rival. Sure, why not? So if we take a look, there's really only a few powers near us that could become an issue. Italy is one of them. The Byzantines could become an issue, but I don't think they're going to stretch this far west. France isn't so much of an issue anymore. They could become an issue with their allies, but they on their own are not really. We have all of this kind of stuff going on down in Spain here, which I'm not overly worried about if I'm being perfectly truthful about it, because, well, actually, we are bumping up against them a little bit. They could become an issue for me if they wanted to, and we may eventually have to move on Spain. We'll see. The HRE still hasn't formed, and with the way things are looking, might not. France is kind of all over the place. Ulm is part of France, I think? Yep. Interesting. Yeah, so I mean, there's really only a few names that we need to be super worried about. And Italy is one of them. So if we can kind of get in bed with Italy, that'll be great. Alright. So where are we? We do have a child that lacks a guardian. He is my son. If I take a look... Am I educating... I'm only educating one child at the moment. So I think I will educate my son, just to make sure that we don't have, you know, the third son down with the ambitious trait. That could lead to a lot of dead people. Educate child. I will do it myself. Where's me? There I am. Now, let's go ahead and unpause. In fact, actually, if I really wanted to, I could probably declare a holy war here. Right, I was looking at this, I think, a few episodes ago, now that I think about it. Yeah, I could try to claim this little bit down here, but... let me see, my son, this is the one that I just started. He has reason to be proud. Proud is considered a negative trait, but it's actually pretty good because it gives him monthly prestige. We could also try to give him humble, which is piety. You know what? No, he has reason to be proud. We'll let him keep the pride. So what was I saying? Right. What I really want to look at is turning the Kingdom of Aquitaine into the Empire of Francia. And to do this, I need to take over quite a bit of territory. He wants to duel somebody. Again, I see no reason not to allow it. Oh, wow. France is having some issues. Looks like the old man finally did die. I wonder if now would be a good time to go to war with France. What do they have for allies? They still have quite a few allies. The King of Burgundy, the King of East Francia, the King of Italy, King of Lotharingia, the King of Bavaria. All decent allies for France. What does France have as far as actual soldiers go? 7,000. Again, without my own allies, I'm not comfortable going to war against one of the other major powers near us. And as much as I'd like to say otherwise, France is still definitely that. Oh, Burgundy. I don't think I have a valid reason to declare war. No, actually I do. I could take... Oh, one tiny little province. Doesn't seem really worth it. As I was saying before, though, I do want to create the Empire of Francia. And to do that, I need to hold 2 kingdom titles. I can create another kingdom title, so that's not a problem. I do need to control 80% of its de jure countries, or counties, to create the title. I only currently hold 48. Let's see. Title is not... Wait, what? Title rank is king. I am a king, aren't I? Yeah, King Bernard the Noble of Aquitaine. Title is not the Kingdom of France, the Kingdom of Aquitaine. But I am the King of Aquitaine. I'm confused as what this is telling me here, but either way, we have to capture a lot more land before it really becomes an issue. So I don't really want to make friends too much with France or Lotharingia or Burgundy, because I do eventually plan to invade them so that I can, you know, take it. Where are you? 768. That was quite a while ago. Either way, yeah, I do want to... So I want to form allies with Italy, as I was saying. Bulgaria might be a good one to form allies with. You're actually... You still don't have a wife or anything. How old are you? 12. Has my son had a son yet? No, he's had another daughter. Come on, man. You're screwing this up. You could also die, and that would be very bad. Is your wife pregnant, at least? Not even. Dude, have a son. Seriously. Because if he has a son, then I can marry him off to her, who is 12, so he's got to have a son soon. They're Orthodox, though. That could create some issues trying to set that up. But if that works, Aquitaine could... Like, I could basically take over the entire Kingdom of Bulgaria in one swift move. And that would be great. He's 38. He's still in hiding. Alright. Maybe I should just marry... Alright, you're depressed. You're 27. You haven't had a son yet. Your wife is 23. Wants to improve her martial ability. Alright. So, children are obviously not on your mind. Do you actually hold titles? You do. The Duchy of Poitiers. And the County of... Saintonge? Pronunciation is hard, man. What's the right option here? I said I could marry one of my other sons over there. My biggest worry is that I wait for this guy to have a son, it never happens, and she grows old and marries somebody else. And that hands the Kingdom of Bulgaria literally to whoever sets that up first. Could I even do this? Arrange a betrothal. Alright, Bulgaria. Over here. With your sister. Arrange a betrothal. With my son. Who's my oldest son? Other than... There's you. I mean, if you died, I would be playing as you, though, and you're not married. I could maybe set that up. You're 24, though. That could be a problem. I want to keep the ages kind of close. Age 6, so that would only be a 6-year difference. That's not so bad. Bertrand would be the name there. And then if it turns out that my son does have a son... Well, you know what? We have a few years. Let's let things tick along here. We'll keep a very close eye on my son. In fact, we're going to mark him as a character of special interest. And kind of keep an eye on what's going on over here. Keeping in mind that we only have a couple of years before we need to make a decision here. So that's all fine. Let's see. Intrigue. I want to try to hold... when can I hold the feast? Month is at least November. So after November, I can hold the feast. So we're going to be looking to do that, because we definitely need to make sure that our vassals' opinions stay high. Oh, you were proselytizing somewhere, weren't you? What's the current religious map look like? Oh, we do have a bit of a problem there, don't we? Oops. Let's go ahead and start converting. Yeah, we have the Lullard conspiracy. Not conspiracy. Heresy. Which is fine for the time being. You're being controlled by the Lotharingian... Oh, man. Lotharingia is dealing with a revolt now, too. That's very interesting. It'll be interesting to see... Well, let's take a look. What is your current wars here? Civil War... French-English excommunication war. Interesting. I want to know about these guys, though. Oh, this is just a war to lower Crown Authority. Aldrich the Fat. So currently he's winning, but not by much. What's going on in Lotharingia, I wonder? So you're defending in... Somebody is trying to claim it, and it's going not your way. You're also in a de jure war over Berry, and that's going to be won by the Byzantine Empire. You're also in a French-English excommunication war. They're attacking over in England. Okay, so it looks like we've had the conversion happen, right? I guess there's more converting that needs to be done. Let me see. I think I just lost the diligent trait. That is unfortunate, because that's a really nice trait to have, but not a big deal. I do have an ambition I can pick now. To improve my stewardship, might as well. Don't really have any other valid options. My daughter, Charlotte, hardly eats anything for fear of turning fat. Temperance is a virtue, so temperance is stewardship and opinion boosts. Or I could try to make her gluttonous, which is a really bad trait to have. So temperance is in fact a virtue, I will say. Oh, she's also ill. That's not good. Alright. Check on what's going on with my son, just in case. Still just 2 daughters, also depressed, which I think lowers his fertility. It does. That's not good. Wife is not pregnant. We do have an open council position. Our steward passed away or something. The twists and turns of Charlotte's tongue and the white lies she uses to make friends is making my head spin. How can such a young lass be able to lie so well? So she could gain deceitful. She would gain an intrigue, and deceitful intrigue is increased by, would be a total of 4. But her diplomacy would be lowered by 2. Or I could try to make her honest, which is a boost to diplomacy, a minus to her intrigue. What are the chances there? 80% chance she would gain honest. Let's see. There really is no... Well, I mean, other, like, deceitful people would not like her very much. The diplomacy boost would be okay. I do like building people to be super good at one thing, but because she's female, trying to get her onto a council or something isn't really happening. That being said, I think in this case, a balance is probably the best way to go. So we are going to give her deceitful, because that gives her 10 in both diplomacy and intrigue, which is not a bad way to go about it. We do need a new steward, and that will probably be you. You want to be a spy master? No, you're not. It's just not going to happen, I'm afraid. You are a decent steward, so you will be that. And you are going to go ahead and keep collecting taxes in Bourbon. We are making a fair amount of money right now. We're up to 400 gold. Nothing super exciting happening at the moment. Mostly we're just waiting for... This Bavaria play could be huge for us, depending on how things turn out. You are 13 now. Our son still has not had a child. He's depressed. That does worry me slightly. His heir is Court Chaplain of Dijon. That's an interesting one, but okay. Again, wife is not pregnant. Neither of them are really looking to have kids, which does not help. My son needs a guardian. I'm already looking after 2 kids, am I not? I am. That'll be you. So we need somebody to teach you. What are your current leanings? Marshall, actually. Let's find somebody who can educate you in the ways of the fighty-fighty. It's kind of interesting that our best martial person in the land is female and also 57. But that wouldn't be a bad place to put him. Hopefully. Sure. Send him over there. He'll probably need to get switched to somebody else to finish his education when she inevitably dies, but until that happens... Go ahead and close that. Alright, well, since it is looking like we might inherit to this guy, or at least it's a possibility we might inherit to this guy. Still unmarried, that is a problem for me. He's only 25, though. Don't know. Definitely want to keep a close eye over here. If this guy ever comes out of hiding, then that kind of ruins everything. The cook complained to me about my son Bertrand's temper tantrums. Apparently, he punched her son in the face again. Kid shows spirit. He could gain the Wrath trait, which increases his martial. Actually, he already has the Wrath trait. Which would give him... So his martial is 4. He's actually developing fairly well-rounded enough, but Wrath is not... Well, only -1 to intrigue and diplomacy. So it's a -2 for a +3 and something else. His intrigue is not great, even without the negative effect here. His diplomacy isn't horrible, though. I could encourage him to be more patient. What's patient give him? Intrigue, diplomacy, stewardship, learning, defense. Oh yeah, patient is definitely the way to go if we can get it. 50% chain to gain the patient trait. Let's go try that. Yes! Alright. I don't know why I'm yesing so loud for that. It's not really that big of a deal, all things considered. But, whatever. Let's see. Anything else happening in my kingdom I should know about? So your seat is now down here. I find that very interesting. What are your levies like? Not good. Allies are still a problem, though. King of France, what are your levies like? About 7,000 men. We do have a righteous imprisonment. Count Archibald... whatever. A limousine... is excommunicated. Oh, I don't really have any necessary reason to do that. I mean, sure, whatever. So we'll leave that as is. As I said, I don't see the reason to try to force it. Oh, you just inherited. You died excommunicated under suspicious circumstances. Really? There's a plot our spy master didn't catch, apparently. Alright, well, no big deal. Not going to worry about it too much. Italy... What does the Pope currently think of me? Not great, not amazing. Or not great, not horrible is what I meant to say there. It is also not amazing, so I wasn't technically lying. What's going on over here? Not married. 13. It's starting to get closer to where I'm going to be a little bit worried. You're still depressed. You're still not pregnant. You're worrying me there, sonny boy. You're worrying me there. You want to improve your intrigue. Oh, great. We have more heresies popping up. Alright, well, we'll have to deal with that kind of as we go. Our priest man... Oh, cool. Daughter became a naive appeaser, though, which is not great. What does her stats become in the end? I mean, not horrible. But now that she is of age, let's see if we can't get ourselves a alliance somewhere. The first place we want to look is Italy. Alright, is your son married? He is not. What kind of election laws does Italy have? Is there a way that I can find that out? Let me see. It goes Archibald, then Yves. You are married. You're not. I think I am going to arrange this marriage. Alright, you with my daughter. They'd say yes. That would not give me an alliance, though. At least not yet. So we might not do that because, as I said, the Kingdom of Italy... Archibald Carling. is the next in line, really? No, it's this guy. Okay, no, it is this guy. Alright, I'm just being dumb. Yeah, so when you eventually die, and you're 53, so you will, you'll become the king of Italy. Your son will probably succeed you, and when that happens, then we would have an alliance. So we can get an alliance with Italy in the future if we wanted to take that gamble. Are there any other strong alliances we could get? We could get an alliance right with a king of Galicia, which is where? Oh, it's this little speck down here. He's kind of on hard times right now, so I'm thinking no. What other alliances can we get? Don't recognize that place, don't recognize that place, no. It's gotta be better than a future alliance with Italy. Gascon. The Byzantine Empire actually wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But that's not like the king of the Byzantine Empire, I don't think, so that's actually not all that great. No, I think the whole marriage idea with Italy is probably the best bet. What's this? I implore you to send me to another province. The nitwits of Bourbon have already cost me an arm. What? I don't want to lose any more limbs just because they don't know the back from the front end of an arrow. Oh. Well, that kind of sucks. Are you still the best person for the job of Marshal? You are in fact not. Alright, so that marriage got accepted. Let's pause for a second. Let's see, you don't like me. What are you? The Duke of Gascon. Why don't you like me? Whoops. Alright, well I guess you're the Marshal now. Let me see, what are the negative opinions here? Nah, nothing major. And either way, he's now our Marshal, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and research some military tech, keep that going. And this is where this episode is going to have to come to a close, because I've once again gone just a little bit over time. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I hope you will join me for the next episode of Crusader Kings 2. But until then, so long.